We're live indeed. A very good evening, everybody who's watching or who will watch later, listen later. This is Hypnotic live number 5. We're almost there in 3 weeks. Hypnotic is live in the weekend just after 9th and 10th of May. And this evening, we have a very special group of people for you all again. And I will ask them one by one to introduce themselves, let you know what they will be talking about. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to put it in the below. I will try to follow all the messages that are coming up. If you have any questions, just let us know. So I propose that we first start with our birthday boy. Christophe Dierckx is having his birthday today, so everybody
Yeah.
wants to give a shout out and wish him a happy birthday. Let us know. So, Christophe, the honor is yours to start.
Oh, thank you so much. Christophe is my name. I will be co-presenting on Hypnotic with Femke Dasse, a colleague of mine from the Netherlands. And we will talk about the integration of primary reflexes with hypnosis. First presentation this year on this topic. So it will be something very practical, a little bit of theory, so and then practice as much as we can in 50 minutes. And the whole idea is that people are willing and being able to use it in their own practice as of Monday after Hypnotic. So very practical.
Very good. That's the way we like it, that people go home with as much new techniques, new things they have learned that they can apply and make it really interesting. So, do I understand correctly, Christophe? It's about the baby reflexes, right? The
Yes,
Mori
primary.
reflex and
Yeah. So when a baby is born, the doctor always controls, checks the baby with mostly 12 reflexes, which is common knowledge. It's not something which I have invented or so, but it's possible that because of trauma or because of, I don't know, whatever reason, that one or more of those reflexes are not completely integrated, and that might cause a problem. And we will verify with idiomotor responses with adults or with youngsters if they are sitting in our chair, whether they actually have a issue with primary reflexes, and if they do, we will do an intervention, for example, with a regression to cause or whatever is necessary to integrate one or more reflexes. To give you an idea, as of the late 70s, we know that people with dyslexia have a problem with left and right, with their communication processing part in the brain. And if a baby is born, and the last turn a baby make with a natural birth, in Dutch it is called speeldraai. I have no idea how it is called in English, but this last turn impacts the processing of left and right in the brain. So a lot of youngsters have problems with reading or with dyslexia or with other problems which may cause about having difficulties with left and right. So this is just one of the issues which might be caused because of a primary reflex which is not really integrated. But there are really dozens and dozens of practical problems which might be the result of a badly integrated reflex. So it is a very practical theme.
Nice. Thank you. This I'm really looking forward to it. Stefan, do you see any potential connection between the havening you are going to talk about and what Christophe is talking about?
Yeah, possibly. Well, the word trauma always jumps at me when I hear it because I specialize in anxiety-based disorders and trauma using havening and obviously hypnotherapy. So could be some correlation in regards to how havening could be used for that area that Christophe is working in.
Well, we won't teach any technique at all. So havening is a technique. So if you can verify in your session that a problem is active, then of course havening can be used in order to solve it. So, yeah.
Interesting. So, Stefan, people who don't know you, what should they know about you?
Yeah, so my name's Stephen Travers. I'm an international havening techniques trainer. I specialize in training therapists and health professionals around the world in how to use this groundbreaking psychosensory therapy for anxiety-based disorders and resolving trauma. So at my presentation, I will be talking about the latest neuroscience and how trauma gets encoded in the limbic system and the amygdala, and how we can rapidly resolve trauma within just minutes using havening and something called hypnohavening, which is an integration of using hypnosis with havening. I'll be doing a live demonstration. So I'll be asking for a volunteer, someone from the audience. It doesn't matter if it's a massive traumatic memory or event, to come up to do the demo. So you're going to see it live right in front of you, trauma being resolved within just minutes. Then I'm going to do a debrief. So you're going to see me actually go back and check, really check that the emotional and physiological components of the trauma is resolved. And then I'm going to deconstruct what I did and also talk about what's happening in the brain and the limbic system when trauma is being resolved, right down to the neurons within the amygdala. So that's just some of the stuff I'm going to be doing.
Yeah, I
Amazing.
saw a demonstration last year in Dublin. I was really impressed. I had something like, really interesting. So, really fascinating also to see it happen. So, really looking forward to share that with the hypnotic audience. So, Dominic, what does that, if you hear all of this, what do you think?
Well, I think I want to see everything of this. It's going to be really difficult to choose, eh? As always.
As always, indeed.
Yeah.
That's why there is the recording to make it easier for the things you missed afterwards. You can watch and
Yes.
still catch up anyhow. So, but you, who are a loyal visitor also to Hypnotic, for which I'm really grateful over the years already, you contacted me some months ago, and we had a really nice discussion about why you should take the stage, and you will do this year. Take the stage, and you bring a special guest. So, for the
Yeah.
people who don't know you, please present yourself first and the guest you will bring.
Thank you. Ik ben Dominique. I'm a child psychologist from Holland. And I will be hosting a workshop with Dr. Joost Mertens. He's a psychiatrist from Holland. And we are both members of the Dutch Association for Hypnosis. Joost is the chairman, and I'm a board member. And we're going to take the visitors through the scientific possibilities of hypnosis. So, like in history, but also the latest scientific results we have. I'm doing research myself on hypnosis with children, but then before they have like complaints. So we are doing research with a university here to see if we train kids to do like self hypnosis on a really young age, if it will help them get more confidence when they grow up. So I'm going to tell you everything about that, and Joost and I are going to take you through the all the science that is all, not all, but important things from science, because I think it's both our mission to see if we can get hypnosis more in the mainstream regular care. There are many, many psychologists like me who really don't know what hypnosis is. And I think the possibilities are endless, but also I think it's a really powerful addition to regular psychology work. You can blend it really nicely together. So, yeah, we're going to talk about that, how we can combine the worlds, and how hypnosis is not um, complementary, is scientific. And there are so many beautiful research available and with beautiful effects. Um, so that will be our talk.
Really excited and really happy to have you here because we are really building the bridge there as well. And I think that's also one of the, I don't only think, I know for sure that building that bridge is also one of the aims of Hypnotic, to bring people
Mm,
together from all these different areas and
yes.
cross information, because I've always seen you as very eager when you came to Hypnotic in the past to learn new things and really
Yes.
enjoy yourself. I always saw you really like a child in a candy store picking up things.
But that's what it is. I went 2 times already. It was so inspiring. Really
Really,
energizing.
yeah, and I'm really happy you have the stage this time as well. So where
Thank
you
you.
can share about the research you are doing, because I know you worked really hard on this over the last year and a half, if I recall
Yes.
well, when it started, right? So really looking forward and happy to meet you shortly as well. So
Thank
yeah.
you.
And then we have two special guests as well, one from Belgium and one from the Netherlands, Orna and Karel. Can you present each other, or one talks for both of you? Is that both okay?
Yeah, okay. So my name is Una Sunario. I grew up in Holland, but I've been living most of my life in Belgium now. And I'm an EFT practitioner. I work with clients individually and sometimes with groups. And I also hosted some workshops for EFT colleagues about the topic that we're going to talk about at Hypnotic in Antwerp as well. Which is cognitive dissonance and resistance of clients against help. So they sign up, or they pay for help, and somehow resistance comes into play.
The stage block.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
And sometimes we come across conversations on Facebook, and we read, oh, this client is not willing. I had to send them away because I can't work with them. And okay, when it's someone who's been sent by someone else, it's understandable. But if they paid for the sessions themselves, it's clear that they want help, and somehow it blocks.
We want to explain by the
And,
theory of cognitive dissonance.
Cognitive dissonance is a way to explain that.
This resistance. Yeah.
So we can compare that to an ice bath. If someone gets into an ice bath, in the brain there's a reaction. We all know that fight-flight comes up and come to very extreme emotions, even an amygdala hijack. And so
To protect them.
Yeah, and this is not a conscious decision. They don't choose to react this way. It just happens. And then when you do an ice bath training, you can coach them through it so they can sit in it a little bit longer. But it's less widely known that in the brain, there's a very similar reaction when you present people with new information or when you invite them to change their mind about themselves or about change their beliefs about their lives. So that can be very alarming, and this reaction in the brain can go unnoticed also for the person themselves. They don't know that they're reacting in that way to this invitation, even when the change of mind can be very beneficial. If you have a better understanding of this cognitive dissonance, it will, well, at least for me, it helped me a great deal when I meet with resistance.
En de dingen die je verteld hebt. You already give some workshops about it.
I did. Oh, yes. So I presented this information to colleagues of mine a few times now already, and they are very happy and they get to appreciate their own work more because of this knowledge. Because EFT and Sedona method, in which Karel is very skilled, and I suppose also Havening. I'm very excited to know a bit more about that during Hypnotic. So they are ways to help people calm down with a certain stress reaction, and so that the change work will be accepted better, and the resistance can be dealt with effectively.
Yeah.
So that's our topic.
It's a very nice topic because it will enable therapists, hypnotherapists, coaches even, to pay more attention to the signals that the client is giving about this resistance response and how to deal with it, if I understand correctly, right?
Yeah, and if you understand that it's like when pain, phantom pain, we say
Phantom
that
pain,
phantom pain, it's in the brain. The resistance is also in the brain. The moment we and normally when I was now I'm retired, but I have a lot of experience as a trainer in the Sedona method and the philosophy of non-duality, also called the yoga of right thinking. And at that, my clients, they were invited to change their mind about themselves, to have more better ideas about themselves, more lovely ideas about themselves. And the resistance was always there. And so we worked with these clients in groups, and when the clients were there, 20 people, 25 people, sometimes 2 days we worked only on the resistance. But I stopped talking about it because people
at the
thought
time
that I'm a little fool of resistance. People want to be helped. What you're talking about? But then I was reading the book from Luc Swinne, a Belgian
neuroscientist, no, psychologist, doctor, yeah.
And in his book, there is a chapter about cognitive dissonance, and there it explains in not quite correctly, but he says if you invite people to change their mind, the brain reacts as they are as if it's
life-threatening. Yeah.
And it's not always like that, but
it can happen.
And so I emailed him, and we talked about it, and he said, yeah, it's fMRI scans has shown that it's true. And so I went on internet there were a lot of how you say that, bevestigingen.
It's confirmed.
Confirmations on.
There's a lot of science and literature about it that confirms this. Yeah.
Thousands of people they put on the MRI scan, and they show them pictures that for instance, pictures that gives them a better feeling, and they could see that amygdala really activates the fight-flight response, even just for feeling better.
Yeah.
And then I thought, okay, now I talk again about that all the time. So I was pleased that I can talk about it on Hypnotic.
I think it's a very nice topic to talk about because it is indeed not resistance, but it is shown as resistance, and then
but it's a protection mechanism.
It is definitely, yeah.
And sometimes we take the conclusion the client doesn't want help, but it's just a protection mechanism, and an unconscious one.
Yeah, I think Dominique, you are also confronted with that in your practice, or?
Definitely, and also with colleagues who don't know hypnosis.
Otherwise, they would all be at Hypnotic, right?
Yes, no, that's why I like it there. Huh?
I once give a training normally to people who are not in the business of no professionals, but it was because it's it's not an easy job to teach non-duality, and Scanlon method it's a straight way to self-realization. It's not easy to talk about it. So I thought this time I only invite clients who are already professionals. It was the most difficult week.
Mostly they are the most difficult public indeed.
Yeah.
I think everybody here in the room can confirm that. Stephen, when you are confronted with people who are in that resistance, I think havening helps also a lot to break through it. Or do I?
Sure, yeah, you can use havening. We sometimes talk about like a block, or some sort of resistance. So you can tune into the resistance, as in you activate the limbic system and the amygdala, where that could be encoded. And then you're using the havening to, if you like, delink that neural pathway where you're getting that synaptic depotentiation at that neural level. But what you're doing is you're lighting up those neural networks that's causing that fight, flight, or freeze, that resistance or uncomfortable feeling around the transformation or change. But yeah, look, as I think we all know, it depends on the individual. Sometimes there's more than one block, and there can be, various reasons why. That can be conscious. Yes, sometimes there's more drawbacks than benefits, or benefits to drawbacks to change. That's there at the unconscious level. We can explore that as well with havening and hypnosis. So yeah, it's really fascinating, the resistance element. I even notice when I do phone consultations with clients, you can pick up voice tonality, or when you ask them certain questions, where the resistance may be.
Mm-hmm.
In the way they respond, I assume.
Yeah, the way they respond, their voice tonality, they sound uncomfortable about something that should be maybe more positive. You can pick up on things.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but with the theory of cognitive dissonance, we are more aware that this resistance is there. It's sometimes difficult to believe. I don't know if you tell someone, how do you say that in English? Vind je een toffe?
If you give someone a compliment saying you like them, I think you're a nice
You're
person.
a nice guy, but he believes he's not a nice guy. This resistance, the limbic system, like you thought, it's getting active. It's activating. It's difficult to believe that sometimes it happens like that. So you you want to help someone, you give them a compliment in the therapy room, and they get scared. It's difficult to believe, but it happens.
True. It's definitely true. I have immediately some people in mind that I'm working with. Yeah.
But also with yourself, if you know the principle and you get some change, you can hear your brain making arguments not to do it.
Exactly.
But if you're aware, you are thinking, oh, no.
Yeah, but then you
are here, and I want to go here. I want to explore this. And you can hear your own brain pulling you back.
Yeah. And then when you know about it and you're aware of it, you can do something about it. That's a great thing.
Yeah, but then you have to be trained in metacognition. You have to be trained in being aware of how you think, and not every client is on that level.
No, but we can help our clients then, right? By understanding.
Yeah, that's the goal.
We can definitely also help the clients
that's the
by
goal.
explaining it, and Christophe, you think this might be linked also to certain reflexes not integrated?
Maybe, I have no idea, but in any case, the ego doesn't like change. Although your ratio can think, oh, this is my wish. Of course, that's beneficial for me, and of course, I want that. But then the body refuses the wish. Therefore, sometimes we need repetition with our clients. So we can give self-hypnosis tools also after the sessions or between sessions, that their mind can absorb the new idea, that their identity can be acceptable as I am successful in this context. And from the moment, because of the repetition, the ego says, okay, I don't have to die in order to have a rebirthing as a successful person. It's okay to change because I've been through this process thousands and thousands of times. It's not new. But again, the change work is not, change can be pleasant, but the ego thinks it's resistance. But because of the repetition, and you blend and you massage a little bit, and the ego can transform into a new identity, then it's okay.
Yeah.
Most of the time it takes.
For me, the advantage of the theory of cognitiveness, it's the same. It's you could call it the ego, but Festinger and especially Aronson and Tavris, they found a new way to explain it. Which is more clients accept it more than talking about ego. Not everybody wants. It's a different way to explain it, and then they understand it much more better.
Well, no matter how you explain it, there is something in your brain,
of course,
personality or whatever, or a ratio or whatever it is, and
there is defense.
experiencing resistance.
Yeah.
And the whole idea is that the identity can blend into a new one, a successful one.
Yeah. And then it's interesting to have language indeed for it. So I'm happy with that workshop on getting the language and then all the other techniques and the history and the science that will be explained and the different views that will be presented at Hypnotic. So I'm really looking forward to seeing you all live, because it's been a while for some. It will be the first time for others. So I'm looking forward to seeing you all in 3 weeks in Antwerp, where you will all be presenting. So, yay, indeed, only 3 weeks still left to go. So really getting close now. Thank you for joining this evening so that people could get acquainted a little bit and see you all very soon.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.